Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video...
Well, Phil, we are looking into sell points. We're going to start at the top end of the map here, and we're going to go through everything. All of our buildings still need signage, so don't worry about that, but we're just checking to see all of the sell point triggers work. So what we're going to do is buy a flurry of these, because why not? Just want to see where they all line up, and make sure life is good with these. This is going to be Johnson's Farm Machinery, of course, and we'll get that labeled up and signed up at some stage or other. And then that'll be all good to see. So, as we have a look, are they on this side? No, that's the overflow, but they are all over there. So plenty of space to pick up your equipment. I learned from Northern Farms there to make this a little bit bigger. Just so you have plenty of space in there to move large machinery around. And then, like I say, once they're filled up there, they pop on over to there as well. So now obviously this is not present here in the in real life, but we have to put it in the dealership somewhere. So I've used what looks like another farm or a construction yard, and we've transformed that into the dealership. We're coming along the road here, and then we're going to hang it right because the bale sell point is now in. The bale trigger now works as well. So we're going to come up to this derelict farm here, or this abandoned farm, and then around the corner we have a sell point, which is rather cool to see. Plenty of space to turn your trailers around in as well. And then, by the power of all things power tools, I can come back onto here, I can get a super strength on, and then gone. Bale's been sold. So your bale sell trigger now works as well, which is great. So that is a little bit more gameplay. Functionality that we need is creeping on in here, which is always good to see. And then we're going to take a look at that. I've been busy this week putting a lot of sell points in there. We've also got rid of all of the grey, which is really exciting. I feel like that's a, whilst it's not a big change, it's a huge physical update. You know, it's significant in the fact that it just it looks like a big milestone done, so that's really good to see. So we'll have a bit of a peek into that very shortly as well. But first of all, we're coming on into Longford Garden Centre. Again, this is signage. I hate doing signs, so I haven't done a single sign yet, so we need to get on that. Coming around the corner, you have got a product sell point here. So what that looks like, check it out here. Anything that you make from your from some of your production chains will go into here, but non-food based items, if that makes sense. So for example, if I come onto here, if I sell or if I try and sell like a bag of spinach, it doesn't sell. You can see it's still sat there behind. However, if I sell some spent bricks, they go. And then similarly for things like planks of wood, they will be sold off here as well. Wood beam planks long. There you go. So anything like that will sell. Anything which is food based will not sell through there. But for those ones, you can sell them elsewhere. Luckily for you. You come around the corner, for example, here. They seems to have been flummoxed by the look into that. I've been flummoxed by the grain gate, but you can come over here and tip your trailers into there. Or drive over with your low loaders, that kind of stuff. That will all work as well, very handily. So that's one more sell point in and ready to roll. And on which we go. This side of the map, aside from sell points, hasn't had much update of yet. I'm currently finishing off a little project that I might show you the start of it now. We might wait until it's all done, and then we're going to start to come over this way, put a bit more of the detail into the fields. The canal needs a lot of work, so we'll have to get onto that at some stage. Right now we're not there, but when we do, we'll have to put work into the trees, bushes, and the bottoms on the other side as well. They're going to need some work. But this side hasn't really been touched too much. It's still looking good, still looking nice and green, some big long fields here as well. This silage field would be great to get stuck into with everybody rolling. And you can take the grass to either the VGAs or to, well, I suppose to the clamps himself over at the main yard. I'm now into the point as well where I have a long to-do list of things I need to pay attention to fix or to implement for the first time. Now that we've got most of the landscaping done, like I say, there's a few fields over there you can see that are a lighter colour. The bottoms there need to be touched on, and there's a handful of fields over in the corner there that need to be finished as well. But for the most part, they're in, and then we can start to kind of flesh it out and get up to other bits and pieces, and more of the smaller details really. So that'll be good. And yeah, we'll hopefully start to see that real tangible progress soon. Now, what's happening here? It would appear someone's tried to be a little bit silly. Things like the grass down here. I found I had a bit of an issue with the concrete decal, which I managed to get rid of, so I need to finish this grass off. They don't really do a particularly good overtake around here. I'm going to look into the traffic as well, see if we can change it, make it British number plates, that kind of stuff as well. That will come. BGA is still just the BGA, it's nothing too crazy there. And then you come around the corner here. And then this sell point now has the ability to sell products in as or grain as well. That doesn't work yet because I haven't done any of the gates. But around the corner here you should see that we have there. Nice little grain gate there as well, which is handy. Very, very handy indeed. So we're going to head our way back on over a little bit towards the main yards. There's a big surprise over at the main yard. A lot of work going into there. I'm very excited about that so far. It's starting to look quite good as well. So we'll get our way over there and we'll have a look. So first thing you notice as we make our way up to the northeast of the map there, everything has field boundaries. Everything is green. No more grey. Which is superb, frankly. Very, very happy with that indeed. Well, it means now that really, from a field and landscape standpoint, now all we really have to go in there and do is field definitions and land boundaries. And that's nice and easy, nice and straightforward. As we're coming up here, of course, we've still got our animal sell point in the corner. Nothing's really changed with that one. The little country kind of store yard thing that we put in, that has been finished. And that means that it now has 2 different sell points in there as well, products and also has a grain sell point in there as well, which is handy. Just makes it feel, or gives us a different option, different place to sell, different end of the map as well. Just trying to give as many different options really as we can. It's difficult when you're on a country map which is as realistic as possible. There's no real towns or villages available because of the scale, so you do miss out on quite a lot, but we've been able to make that work. And yeah, now you've got again, swinging on in, plenty of space to turn around, and then also plenty of space to drop pallets off there as well. So that works out pretty well. We've also been doing work away from sell points, and there's one last big sell point that we need to, or update that we need to show you too. So we'll go around the corner here. Decided to make the placeable, or the satellite yard here, which is more decorative than anything else. Decided to make that placeables, so you can remove it now and you can change it and get rid of them if you don't want to use them, or remove them and add in more functional sheds of your own choosing, because you might want to actually use that yard as a yard. So that's what we've done. And it seems to, yeah, it's okay. There's a few little script changes that I need to make at some stage or another, but we'll get to that. I need to look into increasing my field of view or my distance as well. Because yeah, it'd be nice to have all the trees loading in here rather than loading in as we draw closer. So yeah, there are going to be only a handful of arable fields to start with as well when we get going. This one to my right is going to be one of them, and then the big long one that usually has maize in at the moment is also going to be one as well, just over the other side of this white house. So they will be, and I might put one more in, I don't fully know. This little grass field here will likely just have sunflowers in, I think, because, well, that's typically, it's either sunflowers or pumpkins these days, so that's what we'll be looking into there. But over here, if I come on into our construction yard now, what I need to do actually, first of all, is buy the land. So again, you can see I haven't got everything marked out in terms of the land, but for testing this out, I did put this piece into here. The land really won't take that long to do, though. I'm really not too concerned about making that happen. We'll get that done nice and quickly. So we go buy. There you go. Come back on into our construction menu, and there you go. Now, whether or not you want to sell every part of them off, but you can sell each individual piece off, so you do have a yard space to work into, and then that will be all good. I think with the land, you get like this piece here, so it'll give you something, but then yeah, there's plenty of big fields around and about you as well. So, nice little update there. And onwards we go. So, now you'll have seen in the foreground there a significant change. A change I've been working on for a while. Farmer Phil very kindly sent me over the initial concept for the store. So we've been able to design and build the store up and get that in, and I think it's looking really good. Of course, I'm not too sure on where the actual placement of the store is going to be, but it's going to work out well here because it gives us space to get the grain shed in behind there as well. Yeah. You're now looking at the beast of a new farm shop for Farmer Phil and the Stewart family farm. So, here we go. Again, doors will be added, but yeah, what do you think? It's in. We've got a little bit of a shed here for classical machines. I need to remove those from the old building. But it's there, it's in. So you're going to put a few like the 1200 would go into there. If anyone has a model only of the 1200 that we're thinking of maybe making into a full mod but haven't, I would love to get it stuck into there. That would be really cool. But yeah, looking pretty neat indeed. Coming on into the main shed itself, or the main store at least. Got some fresh produce here. We're going to get a counter. I might look to try and get some people into here as well, but we'll see how that looks. And then yeah, this is going to be like an office. More office space down there, and plenty of work out. And these doors I might get to open up and trigger properly, so that all works. I come around the back side here though, still got plenty of space. That's where we're going to put our grain shed into there, get working on that one fairly soon. And then come all the way around this corner here, and there's your product sell point, so you can bring all your products into there. I am going to get the other one in, I think, so you can sell your produce off here as well. We'll probably put that just around that corner, I reckon, up there. And then that'll be all looking pretty good too. And then yeah, I think we'll fence this off, make it look nice and tidy, nice and pretty. But it's in, and I'm really pleased with it actually. It's starting to look good. There's an issue with the roof scale or the texture on the roof there, but that will be resolved. And like I say, it's coming along. It is coming along very nicely, and I'm very pleased with how it's looking, to be honest with you. So that is all good. And really, for the last week, I haven't had much time to do much work on here, but that's where we're at. There's one more thing we're going to have a quick drive through to and just show you the start of a project. I have to emphasize it is the start because it's a long way left to go, but I started doing a little bit of work on it last night. That's good now. So we're going to go through onto the main yard. And we'll make all these buildings here, the silo, the meal shed there. The meal shed will get a rework so it actually looks like the modern version, and then we'll clutter it up as well. The long shed, the hay shed, the slatted shed, all these sheds are placeable so you can remove them all at will. You come along the farm track here though, and this is where it gets, it's all just more detailed work along here really. Lowered down the hedges a little bit because I thought they were a touch high. I wasn't really too happy with those. This is like a boggy marshland here area, and what I thought we'd do is, because Google Maps shows there are a lot of ditches leading down into the streams and into the bottom, so we've put some of those in. And what I really like is the way that Giants designed and built their river systems. Did it rather good, so I decided to try and incorporate that. So stop there, jump over. Alright, there we go. So it's a bit of a spring coming out the ground there, and then if I get a little bit of height onto the equation, that then goes all the way down through the ditch, around the corner, and then leads into the our main river stream down there, and then that will run eventually. Because it doesn't yet. It runs from the top there all the way down through to the down through there as well, which would be pretty neat there. So it's just a little bit different. I think it looks nicer than the water planes do at the moment. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good, really. And then there'll still be the big canal over there. So we'll have to put this ditch into here as well eventually. Get that all plumbed in. And then yeah, we'll get some audio into here as well, and we'll be laughing. But yeah, I think it looks really good. I like it. I like how it just meanders around and you know, brings you into the wet point over here too. So that is the next little project there, and we'll see how we get going with it. So ultimately, it's been a busy couple of weeks. Haven't had as much time to work on that as I'd like to, but we are seeing significant changes. No more greenery over there, for example. So the fields are all in. The landscaping is being done. My next project for landscaping is going to be these 3 fields here and the canal. Get that canal knitted in properly, and that will really start to strike things off. But to get all that done, we will need to get this stream done here as well. So lots to do. We'll get through it all. We'll keep ticking boxes off there, and then we'll move forward. Timelines are still very much up in the air. We'll see how we get going. Yes, hopefully it will be coming to consoles as well. So stay tuned for that one. And then we will see how we get going. But bit by bit, day by day, we are getting ever closer. So let me know what you think down below. Let me know any thoughts, feelings, questions, or feedback. I've been Simulation for the Nation, and we will see you all in the next one. Catch you later.